questions we wrestle with as Christians about who God is, how do we live out our faith, what is the Bible, what is the truth of the Bible, what are we supposed to believe, how are we supposed to live. There are really big, deep questions that we ask each other, that we ask God, that we wrestle with ourselves. And that's why the Cultivate podcast exists, to help us go deeper in our understanding of who God is, His Word, and the way that He's called us to live. Everyone, welcome to the Cultivate podcast with the Grove Church. I'm Charlie Lofton, the lead pastor there, and we have two very special guests. And I don't mean my mustache and your mustache. I mean great friends. And Emily's mustache. All three mustaches right here.
Present.
Have awesome friends and longtime Grovers, longtime residents / missionaries. Do we use that word? I'm going to get right into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Evan and Emily McCall. So glad you guys are here with us for this very special episode of the Cultivate podcast, coming to you from
Hua Hin, Thailand.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to pause for a second. I want to say Chiang Mai so bad.
You weren't sure where you were?
Yeah.
We're in
I'm
Thailand.
the jet lagged one, bro. Like you don't get to be confused. Only I'm confused. So I guess the real question that people first, I mean, we have to talk about it because Abigail, our great producer, is on the other end of this. She said we are doing video as we normally do. So people are wondering, why do I have a mustache? So I'm going to ask you that question because why do I have a mustache?
Well, last year I showed up with a mustache at the conference down here in Hua Hin, and Emily's been encouraging me to grow a mustache ever since because she says it makes me take myself less seriously.
Okay,
and that's a good thing.
Because you said it was like fun Evan.
This is vacation.
Down to Hua Hin.
Vacation, Evan.
Vacation.
There was a mustache.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to play because a mutual friend of ours, a guy named Morgan.
Yeah.
He was here.
He's in on it.
He also had fun. He was fun Morgan with the mustache.
Yeah. He's more a true believer.
He's year round.
He's year round.
It's fun year round.
Yeah. And so I felt left out, but I grew a decent mustache in the 5 days that I was here.
You did.
Last year.
You did.
But and
you wore it back too.
This year, I gave myself a month.
Yeah. You played the long game this year.
I did, but I didn't inflict it on any of them.
Yeah.
I preached in a full beard on Sunday.
Okay.
And then I brought this to you.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, it's still giving.
All right, so really glad that you guys are here today, and let's just start with history. How long have you guys been coming to the Grove? I guess it feels like because even I'm using present tense.
Yeah.
Have been coming. Yeah. Present perfect progressive tense. Have been going to the Grove.
Have been going to the Grove. I started going to the Grove in 2003 when it was still part of Fellowship. Yeah. So it was still part of Fellowship at that point. It hadn't been planted in Fayetteville.
So since day one, church plan in Fayetteville, we have been Grovers.
21 years. Something like that.
Wow.
We are old school.
Yeah. So you guys.
Dixon Street Theater and then the old Hertz rental car.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you outdate me by 7 years at least, right?
Yep.
And so then you go into all that time, you lived in Fayetteville, and then you moved from Fayetteville when?
From Fayetteville to Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
We moved in 2014. January 2014. Yeah.
Okay. So we were together at the church together for a little bit over 3 years.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like it was 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were together. I feel like we were together a long time.
That feels really weird.
Did you ever worship as a resident in Fayetteville in the building that we're in right now, or was that like?
Yes, I think at the.
Because it was right.
Mermaids, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We were there. We were there. Yeah.
Okay, so you're in Thailand. We're all in Thailand, but you guys live in Thailand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the what, why, and how of how you ended up here and have obviously now been here for 10 plus years, almost 11 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Part of my life.
Yeah. I was just.
That's big when you say it like that.
I turned 40 this year, and I was like, I've been in Thailand a quarter of my life.
I've been at the Grove for over a quarter of my life. And I'm
We're all hitting quarters.
Older than 40. Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
the what, why, and how
Yeah.
you guys ending up in Thailand.
Thailand. Yeah. I mean, I was working at JB Hunt back in Fayetteville, and yeah, just through I guess even through early marriage, we kind of always knew that we wanted to be overseas.
Wanted to be goers.
And then we came on a vision trip to Thailand in 2012. And through that vision trip, like, yeah, this is something we want to do. And so we also knew like we didn't want to leave what we were good at, which I had a business background. Emily has a counseling background. But we were looking for opportunities to engage that overseas as well too. And when we came in 2012, we saw opportunities to do that on our vision trip to Thailand, which included visiting Chiang Mai, and got an invite to join a team that was doing business as missions training, consulting, and launched to do that at the beginning of 2014 through a series of yeses, basically, to the Lord.
You used a lot of words there.
Yeah.
Some of which a reg won't know. So I'm gonna so help me understand. So you say vision trip. I'll ask you, what is a vision trip?
It is. We felt like we wanted to move somewhere. We wanted to be missionaries. We wanted to move somewhere where the majority of the people are not reached. The majority of the people don't know Jesus. Thailand was on our radar, but we were like, are we gonna move to Thailand or are we not? I don't know. You know, let's go look for opportunities there. So we
put up or shut up.
Okay.
we had been talking about doing this forever. We were just talking about it. And we were finally like, we either got to do this or stop talking about it. And so we booked plane tickets. We came here and basically just sought out any opportunities that were here.
So this is not some organized thing that you guys did with some missions agency.
No.
You guys decided on your own.
We booked our tickets.
We're going to buy some tickets.
Yep.
And we're going to go to Thailand to figure out,
yes,
is this where we want to live the next quarter of my life?
Yes. Because basically we'd been talking about it for so long and we were like, sure, if the Lord is like, go here and do this, we're like, yep, we'll do that. And then finally we realized maybe we're being a little bit passive in this decision. Maybe we need to take the next step to seek out like, oh, we should go check it out.
Actually, part of the a plug for Grove community groups in this too, is as we had shared with our community group over a series of years, this heart for Thailand. I think they were finally like, hey, you keep talking about this Thailand thing. Are you gonna do anything about that? You're still renting your house or renting your apartment, renting your house. You know, what are you going to do? And I think they thought that we were just going to put it to bed at that point. But then we took this vision trip and that kind of launched us into
They were pushing you, but maybe really they were trying to pull you.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's what happened.
Okay.
They're like, you guys need to buy a house and stop talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but very early on, I don't know, probably only you guys maybe a year, and was very, very impressed with you guys. Just really smart, godly, just great people. You could tell you guys were emerging young leaders is kind of how I felt. And this was very early on and was still really kind of in the process of kind of building what I hoped would be a long-term staff team. And I thought, Evan is a guy I want on my staff. And so I asked you out to lunch, and we had lunch. And I was just talking to you, hey, kind of tell me what you do, and you said to me, I was like, you know, I'm at JB Hunt, but really I'm only here because I want to go overseas. But overseas I want to do business, and if I'm going to do business, I guess I need to know what is business. And I had two equal and opposite emotions at the same time. I thought that is incredibly cool. And I guess I have to scratch him off my list.
I did not know that.
Because in my heart, I was like, I would never want to, if someone's willing to do something big, I would not want to pull you. I don't know what your small group was up to, but I didn't want to do that. And I was very excited. And I was like, and then he's like, hey, we're going on this vision trip. And I was like, oh, well, This will be the determiner.
Mhm.
They'll either come back and
Yep.
we're going to be like, oh, we're going to come on your support team. How can we help you? Or I'm going to take them out to lunch again.
Yeah, exactly.
I say either way, we're probably having lunch.
We're going to Chick-fil-A. They're
Oh,
Right, right.
I'll have to speak like.
All right. So you came to Thailand, ended up in Chiang Mai for a little bit.
Yeah.
Met some people who were already here
Yeah.
serving.
Yeah.
And they had a business.
Yes.
And so you're interacting with them.
Yep.
Did you just randomly meet? How did
Okay. I play basketball weekly in Chiang Mai, and I don't know, it's built all my social networks, I feel like, in Thailand, including the invite into working in this little company.
so you were on your vision trip?
Oh no.
Who-
Oh,
Hold on.
separate story.
Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead.
On our vision trip, we got invited to a YWAM team that was doing business as missions consulting training.
Oh, okay.
So we did that for 2 years
Okay.
as we initially came and joined YWAM. And then while we were here for those 2
Which
years,
is the missions organization.
missions organization,
Some people don't know
while
what.
we were here for those 2 years, then I started hooping with these other guys
Okay.
that were actually doing business as missions. So they weren't just training and consulting in it. They were literally like practitioners doing the work.
So you went from consulting to doing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so you've used this phrase a handful of times.
Yeah.
Business as mission. Which is better than what people say.
Mhm.
Bam. I'm
Bam.
in Thailand. I'm doing
I'm a bammer.
I'm doing bam. Like, I don't
Bam,
know
bam.
what that means.
Mhm.
But you say business as mission, which might be intuitive,
Mhm.
but let's assume that it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
What is business as mission?
Yeah, that kind of gets hardwired in there somewhere to just say it. But yeah, business is mission. So we have a little company called Expat Homes, and it helps foreigners that are finding housing in Chiang Mai. And the way that we think about business as mission or do business as mission is we see that our 8 to 5, Monday through Friday work, when we're meeting with our staff, when we're helping customers, when we're doing all these things, those are all ministry opportunities, and we're doing it in a cross-cultural context in Chiang Mai, Thailand. So we see our staff, we see our Thai homeowners that we work with, contractors are all ministry opportunities that we're trying to do ministry in the 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, as well as outside of that as well. Because when you're doing business, then all of a sudden I see a Thai homeowner at the market and we connect and we talk about something with our kids or whatever. There's just life on life that happens when you're in a community like Chiang Mai. And so, yeah, we just kind of get this platform or this spot in the community that creates all these different opportunities to share the gospel. Actually, sometimes the best times to share the gospel in our little business's mission company are when something goes wrong, like when a Thai homeowner is mean to one of our staff, or when someone's being shortchanged, or a deal we made a mistake as a company, we need to go apologize for it. Because in Thailand, you don't apologize for mistakes. You don't take that shame on. So when our company takes on these kingdom values of, hey, we're going to be biblically based as a company, and we, alongside our staff, do this really awkward thing of asking for forgiveness from someone and owning a mistake that's not culturally done here. We're saying the reason we do this is because we follow Jesus.
Wow.
Then that creates opportunity to share the gospel in those moments, as well as we do other things, like we might have a big party that we share the gospel at on a Christmas party, or we might every Friday morning we go to Matt's house or my house and we invite all of our staff in and we eat breakfast together, go slow. And lately we've been studying Proverbs together. And so we'll like open up, read a proverb and talk all about where the source of wisdom comes from is from the Lord, and engage that conversation with our Christian staff and our Buddhist staff all together in one time.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when most people hear the word missionary, they think, okay, I'm going to some other country
Mhm.
and I'm going to be like a pastor,
Mhm.
or I'm going to go there and my job is, well, just for lack of a better word, whether you're a pastor or not, my job is Jesus stuff.
Yeah.
This is what I do full time. And then I've heard of people that say that they're doing what you do.
Yeah.
They're bammers,
Mm-hmm.
but it feels like they're pretending
Mm.
to do business,
Mhm.
but really their job is
Yeah. They're getting
missionary stuff.
Right.
they're getting access through that business.
By pretending
Yeah.
to be a business.
Sure.
It sounds to me like you just have like a straight up business
Yeah.
and you are a businessman
Yeah.
living in Thailand.
Yep.
and you view that as a platform
Yeah.
to ministry. Is that how you would describe it?
Yes, well put.
That's exactly how to describe it.
Like,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I mean, and I think there's also just godly things of like writing really good contracts that are fair to owner and to renter and walking through all kinds of different situations. Yeah, that's amazing. We've had a relationship with some of our Thai staff for like 8+ years now.
Right.
So,
But I think one of the things that we like, kind of going back to the vision trip and then how we got this place in the community, is like we were looking for something that we were both like passionate about and gifted in.
Mhm.
So we both knew that, like, sure, we're Jesus followers, we're gonna do Jesus stuff wherever
Right.
we are, but are we gifted church planters, or do we want to be preaching every week? That's like not really our thing, I think. So we were just trying to think like, okay, engineer, counselor, we want to be overseas. How can we day in and day out, like, just really like enjoy life, like not just be like, oh yeah, we'll do this for a year or two and then we will
Right.
probably
burnout.
hate our lives. 'Cause
Right.
we don't even like what we're doing. We're not good
Right.
at it. So we were just kind of looking for that marriage of like, so I feel like, it's really fun to see, like, Evan's in the business day in, day out. My gifting's more in like serving,
I
supporting.
got that question right here in my back.
Oh, okay.
I got that
I'm not
question.
gonna even go there.
How about-
But anyways, it's just really fun to see. I feel like it's fun to see Evan like using his gifts in like business and business engineering, industrial engineering, like just the things that he loves. He's using it, interacting with Thai people day in,
Right.
day out. And like, I mean, it's like, it's not that special. We're just
So here's what I'm hearing you
like, we're
say.
just living normal life.
You're living. I was going to say you're living a regular life
We're just
in an irregular place.
Correct. Say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're not. I mean,
With intention. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we take our kids to soccer games and
they go to school.
they go to school.
We
And
have friends. We go to church.
we eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
So
About to celebrate Christmas.
So this is strangely enough. This is my third trip to Thailand in the last several years.
Yep.
And for breakfast, I've noticed that these breakfast buffets at these places,
Mm.
like they'll have American breakfast, and then they have just what feels like to me like Thai dinner.
Mhm, mhm.
So you've been here 10 years. You say we eat breakfast. Are you eating American breakfast or are you eating Thai dinner?
we are American.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
We are
eat
regular
American-
people
we-
living in an irregular place.
You're
We-
pancake eaters.
We eat real breakfast. It's American breakfast. Yeah.
Okay.
We're not eating Penang curry stuff.
My daughter Layla,
No,
who's
our-
13 now, she came with me last year.
Yeah.
And she had pad thai most mornings for breakfast.
Yeah. No.
I had pancakes.
Yeah.
And now I'm
Yeah.
here without her. And she texts me every day, asks me what I had for breakfast, and she gets mad because it's always pancakes. She just texted me before we did this, asking me what I had for dinner, and I said, I'm not going to tell you. And she said pizza,
Mhm.
which was,
Correct.
Which is
in
correct.
fact, what I had for dinner.
Spot on.
Which is also what our
You're-
children had for dinner.
But you're right. You're right in eating the American breakfast. So I would just say, like, some things are just different, but you're actually correct to eat the American breakfast, not the Thai breakfast.
Yes.
So
It's wild.
Correct.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Mark eats.
Yeah.
It's a mixture.
Yeah.
yeah.
He had some bowl of something, I didn't know what it was, and then put a piece of bacon on it. I'm not sure what he was.
Trying to cover up
well,
for something.
I'm not sure what he was doing. He was
Well,
kind of making
Mark.
making his own.
Yes, but our Thai
Making his-
friends, I don't see the difference between breakfast, lunch, and
Yeah.
dinner and what they put
What
on
they
their
eat.
plate. It's just
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So regular people in an irregular place, living life,
Yeah.
and with a lot of intentionality,
Yeah.
trying to bring Jesus to a place where he's significantly less known.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not that there aren't any Thai believers,
Yeah.
but they're few, mostly
Yeah.
mostly Buddhists.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're running this, helping run this business. What do you do? What does your week look like, regular person in an irregular place?
I am a soccer mom.
Whoop whoop. So are you the soccer mom who was yelling on the sidelines? You the soccer mom like my wife Heidi was, like phantom kicking the ball, like she kick it, and her foot's going like this. Are you chill, trying to be cool? I'm not trying to embarrass him. Like, what's your soccer mom vibe?
I like to yell, and sometimes my kids tell me like, "Hey, mom, that's a little much." So then I try to be chill. I try to be cool.
Do you know what offsides is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Please
Yeah,
don't make me
no. It's like, I know the age. I know the ages of your kids, and what the ages are of your kids, and your prowess as a soccer mom. That's exactly where you should be.
Okay. I'm pretty sure.
And by the time, your oldest is 14, 15, you're going to be the mom in the stands going, offsides, ref, offsides. You'll see it. But it's fine that you're not there.
I don't see it myself yet. But I'm
getting there.
yeah, that's probably right.
It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Yeah. Trust the process.
Yeah. It's development, it's discipleship.
Yes, we're a basketball family who's learning how to watch soccer.
Yes.
And it's football. We're learning how to watch football.
That is we say a basketball person in a soccer world.
Yeah.
That was me with my middle daughter Lauren.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Well, we're learning. We're entering this world.
All right. So
okay, so
you're a soccer mom.
I'm a soccer mom. Okay, so Evan in the business all day, every day. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so this is the first year that all 4 kids are in school.
Okay.
So our youngest just entered into kindergarten. So this is like, this is the year it's like, wow, like, what am I going to do with myself all day? And somehow the day continues to be completely full of all kinds of things. I feel like with our business, we host breakfast every Friday, there's another American family that we own the business with. They're our teammates, and we like take turns. So like hosting that every week, it's turned into like how many people? Like 25 people every week. So it's kind of
that's a big deal.
Turned into a thing. Yeah. But we love it. We love having people in our house. They're just like anytime we do like a big like Christmas party or barbecue. So I do like a lot of the hospitality piece. And then our staff who are women, I go to lunch with them like once a week, just like pursuing relationships with them. So I feel like I'm like on the edges of things, but I'm not like in it all day, every day. So my role is more like running our household, keeping kids going to soccer, making sure we have food in the fridge, eating dinner. Yeah. And then just support, because I think my gifting is more lie in like being the support person. Like my background's counseling.
Right.
So I'm really good on checking in on the people and making sure the people are doing okay. So I do that for our like employees and their families as well. So.
But you've also put your toes back in the counseling waters.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I've been praying for opportunities just to like, just to use counseling and use those giftings. So.
Yeah.
So this is a niche compliment that I'm about to give you.
What are you going to say?
Because I don't know how many people will really appreciate this, but it means a lot to me. I am very proud of you for when I asked that question, for you not using the phrase, I'm just a mom. Because there is no such thing as just a mom. Because being a mom, especially in this sort of environment, is a huge thing. And just taking care of kids, helping them adjust and live in a different culture, keep organizing the home, and I loved your phrasing support. I may not be the primary one driving the business, but that does not mean that you're just in anything. You are of, your role, even if the only thing important is being done by him, it can't be done if you're not doing what you do.
100%.
Yes.
But it's not true that,
Yes.
it's not true.
Yes.
It's not true that the only thing, but I'm saying, it warms my heart to hear you describe your role in such positive, forward-facing ways, rather than trying to figure out ways to make it, I guess I cook food and go to soccer game. You didn't describe it. So that means a lot to me. And I'll pass 4% of that compliment on to you, because that usually shows that you've got a really good husband who is supportive and empowering of his wife to make her feel valuable in her role. So I appreciate
Thank
that out of both of y'all. So, well, give me a great story. I mean, that's wild. I mean, because like like, what is something where it's like, when it happened, you were like, "This is why we're here."
Yeah. So we've got a recent one that's pretty cool. So I was talking about that basketball group that I initially started hooping with when we came to Chiang Mai.
You still hooping at 40?
Yeah, trying.
Come on.
Hard to get up and down the stairs the next day, but I still try it. But yeah, so there's a guy from those times playing basketball. His name's Palm. He's Thai, and like think your hand.
I was hearing palm, but it's palm.
Palm. Yeah.
Or palm tree. Yeah.
Palm tree. He came out and played basketball with us a couple of times, and I was joining expat homes at that time, and I was like,
this was like 8 years ago.
Yeah, that's 8 years ago. I'm like, this guy's young, he's eloquent, he's charismatic, he speaks English and Thai. I want to recruit him in as a salesperson for our company.
No, first he was your language partner when you were learning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Going back to language partner. So yeah, he started there. We connected through hoops. And then he came to work at Expat Homes for a couple of years and did great. Was a great salesperson for us. And then decided he wanted to go into selling on his own. And so he kind of went off and did that. We cheered him on as he did that. And then he ended up living in our neighborhood and finding out he's going to live in our neighborhood.
He's gotten married. They've had a kid. We've stayed like loosely in contact with him, but not like
3 years.
Yeah, we're not like besties, but you know.
Yep. But then last spring, I sat him down and really challenged him and said, hey, as your friend, I just really want to challenge you as you're building, this company and building through all these different sales. What legacy are you really building? Are you building on a foundation that's going to last? Or are you building on, a foundation that has cracks or has holes in it? And I said, I think the only way to really build your life is to build it on Jesus. And he said, man, you've really given me a lot to think about. We had a long conversation at this coffee shop and, kind of had a few more shorter conversations with him since, but didn't really get a whole lot there. And so,
but we've shared with him multiple times.
Oh, he's heard the gospel over and over.
This was not the only time.
And so then out of nowhere, his wife May starts to build a relationship with our teammate Kate.
Okay.
And through that, she really started to become very interested in the gospel. And all of a sudden, both Palm and May have now indicated back in like October, they were like, hey, we want to become Christians.
Wow.
We want to receive Christ. Or in Thai, we would say Rap Chua Prajao. So they're like, we want to choose to believe in Jesus. And they were like, could we do it next Monday night? And we were like,
Can we make an appointment for next Monday night? We were like, do you want to do it
right now?
Today,
I can free up my schedule today.
Come right over.
And they were like,
are you gonna
do it? So it was beautiful. We got to have them over, and
a great word, beautiful.
Yeah, and as May, Palm's wife, has kind of studied the word a little bit, she saw this phrase about the Lord that says he's from everlasting to everlasting. And she said,
94.
Yeah, and she got goosebumps on her skin. And she's like, the only way she could translate into English was that it was more than wow, was the feeling that she experienced through that.
Wow.
So anyway, it's cool to watch them all.
That is amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
It was so encouraging.
That's super encouraging.
It was awesome.
All right. So last question.
Okay.
So we got, a decent number of people at the Grove, most of, not all of whom, have been going to the Grove significantly less than you, who are watching or listening to this. And how can we collectively, or some of them individually, how can we be behind you, support you? What are some things that we can do?
Yeah. I think prayer, like first and foremost prayer, because there's something that is always happening inside of us through the Holy Spirit, through just the engagements that we have. We live in a dark place. There's a lot of freedom that we get in Thailand. We get to use the word missionary in here. That's not a problem. But the fact that there's less than 1% Christian here carries a lot of dark tones on it. So just prayer for encouragement, prayer for our hearts in those ways. if there's any Grovers that want to come over and visit and come
Okay.
see our place, we'd love to host them.
Please come see us.
We'd love to do that. Yeah.
I'll say it is difficult to get here, but it is amazing once you're here. Totally,
Yes.
totally worth it. Totally worth
The
it.
trip is the worst. The place is amazing.
Yes, well said.
We have pizza and hamburgers, or we can
Yeah,
get Thai food.
you can come here and eat like an American.
Yeah, you can.
And here's the crazy thing. You know, you go someplace, you're in Thailand and you get a burger or you get pizza or you get fried chicken
Right.
and ice cream, like whatever. Like I said, pancakes and bacon. You think, okay, well, but it's in Thailand. Everything I've ever had here, cooked by a Thai person, sometimes it's not just as quote as good as it would be in America, but like maybe it's better.
I didn't know if you were gonna say that, but whoa.
It really, I mean, it's like they're not like, oh, we got to figure out how to make a burger or try to imitate this in some ways. Like, this is just a genuinely good burger.
I know what they're doing.
If I handed it to you anywhere, you'd be like, this is a good burger.
Yeah, that makes me feel good that you say that.
It's at some point, like I've been here with a different group and then we usually merge up and they're like, they're wanting to eat kind of in American places because they live somewhere else. And we went to this, I've been to a couple of barbecue restaurants and you're like, if there's anything that they're not, I mean, come on. Midwestern barbecue.
You can. Yeah.
Bro.
They hit it.
We have some sweet food here.
They know what they're doing.
They do.
Thai people know how.
And people who are willing to try new things, I've heard, like my wife and my daughter. Thai food is awesome.
Oh my gosh, the Thai food here is.
It is.
Okay.
Unreal.
Prayers. Come see me.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even though you have a business, much of your income is driven through financial support.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
The profits we make from the business, we put back into the business.
Yeah. You can hire more Thai people to expand your reach, your influence.
Yeah.
We
have
live
been
off
able
support.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, even right here on location, we've actually brought all of our Thai staff down to Hua Hin, to this beach resort, and they're all vacationing with us here with their families. So
Which
we got about
never done before. We've always told them when we have a good year, we'll finally be able to do it. So we've been like talking about this for like 5 years or something.
Yeah. So we got about over 20, 25 people here. So
that's
like
so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I've gotten to meet a few of them. That's really nice.
Yeah. They're sweet.
That's really cool. Anything else you'd put on the list? That's a pretty good list. Prayer.
I mean, you can always send fun American stuff. We love getting Thai Americans breakfast cereal is high on our kids' list.
Yeah, okay, give me 3 breakfast cereals.
Yeah.
Give me 3.
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. We can get this here.
Oh.
Come on.
No.
Okay.
Lucky Charms. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
And what else would they say? Reese's Puffs.
Ooh,
sure. You shot me down, so I don't know where.
You're frozen. I don't know. Don't ask me. I clearly don't know.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios, Lucky Charms,
and
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
We can buy those in Chiang Mai for
$20 a box.
Yeah.
Or $30 a box.
$30.
So if I ordered it on Amazon, can I send it to you?
Yeah, Amazon now delivers to Chiang Mai.
I've heard like Thailand has their own version of it or something.
Other countries have that.
We do, but it's cheap.
Cheap stuff our own version of
China.
It. Yeah, it's cheap
stuff from China.
Okay.
Which I mean, sometimes
it's hit and miss.
It's hit and miss.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for taking this time to do this.
Thank you.
And kind of letting us know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Can maybe I'm gonna say goodbye in my normal podcast way. And maybe not everything that I say there's a clear Thai word for, but I'm going to close it out and then you're going to translate everything that I said in Thai, and that's how we're going to close it out.
Okay? Let's do it.
All right. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us on the Cultivate podcast. And if you are new to the Grove, we would love to know who you are, and you can find out about us at our website, thegrovechurch.org. And a good person would have broken this down into smaller pieces for Evan so we could translate it easier. So any part of that, Evan, that you would like to translate, please let us know.
You can say anything and nobody will know.
Yeah, no one knows. I don't think we're going to know.
ขอบคุณมากทุกคนสำหรับดูพอดแคสต์อันนี้ครับแล้วก็ถ้าสนใจ Growth มันไปเช็คเว็บไซต์ I don't know. You got anything else?
That was amazing.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank you
Cup.
guys. See you soon.
Okay. Swaddy Cup.
Swaddy Cup.
Thank you for listening to the Cultivate podcast. Our hope is that you are taking steps to go deeper in your faith, that you are asking big questions and you're looking for answers. We hope that we can be a resource for you through our podcast and any other way that we can help you. You can find all our episodes anywhere that you can find podcasts, including YouTube. And again, thank you so much for joining us.